magic of the movies. Its ability to create excitement and energy. Its capacity to change a hopeless condition into a happy ending. Its power to take the defeated and put them literally in the winner's circle. Wouldn't it be a marvelous thing if every once in a while, life could be like the movies?
Historical background, take one.
Action.
Speed, stamina, grace. Dancer's crown had it all, flashing his powerful form in race after race. It was not surprising then that the majority of horsemen considered Dancer's crown to be a champion, likely to win his own crown at the most famous of trotting races, the Hambletonian. But tragedy awaited the horse who would be king. Dancer's crown died suddenly, less than 3 weeks before the Hambletonian. Trainer-driver Stanley Dancer had lost a champion colt, possibly his best ever. The passing of the trotter also apparently doomed Dancer's cherished dream of winning the Hambletonian at the Meadowlands in his native state of New Jersey.
Vernon Dancer talks about his brother Stanley. Take one.
Action.
Stanley's the kind of person that when the going gets tough, he gets tougher, it seems like. He was in an airplane crash, and he survived that. He'd had a heart attack. He survived that. He's had a vertebrae operation in his neck, which he has some wires in it, and he came through that. He still keeps trying. He never stops. And he always manages to come back with something to rebound himself and prove that he is the best.
To rebound oneself after a loss as great as Dancer's crown, and to come back the same year and win the Hambletonian, well, those kinds of things only happen in the movies. But Stanley Dancer was going to give it his best shot. A long shot, maybe, but still his best shot. He was going to take his shot at the Hambletonian with a filly named Duenna.
She was a good 2-year-old, but certainly not a dominant filly that you would consider a possibility of her winning the Hambletonian.
At 3, however, Duenna blossomed into a top trotter. After a record-smashing stakes victory at Buffalo, owner Norman Woolworth and Dancer agreed to take a shot at the Hambletonian with the fleet filly. Woolworth and Dancer both thought that Duenna had a good chance in the Hambletonian, but there seemed to be a minority opinion on Hambo Day.
Well, Joe DeVee's a real nice kind of a horse. He's a big, stout horse.
Coleman Lobel is a real nice racehorse. He's a good, solid horse.
He seems to be in good shape now, and I think he's got a good shot at it.
Mr. Drew's a real nice colt. He had a good 2-year-old year last year, and we think he's just starting to come around this year.
Well, Ashrow Hill is a real nice colt.
I really think TV Yankee is a better horse than Speedball was.
He's an exceptionally good-looking horse and a good-bred horse. And
Coleman Lobel is real good right now. He's about as good as he can be, I think.
He started 57-2 his last start.
I'd say it's a combination of everything. Mr. Drew has an excellent gait, and he's got a lot of stamina.
I just hope that every horse has an opportunity to show his potential, and I hope the best horse wins, and I hope it's one of my 4.
The weather for the first $1 million Hambletonian seemed in a way to recount the story of Dancer's crown. Early on, the sun was shining, promising a perfect day. But mere moments before the Hambletonian was to begin, the sun was stolen away, and a heavy rain sent people scurrying for cover. As the rain began to subside, the horses for the first elimination, including favored Joie de Vivre, made their way onto the track. Duenna waited in the paddock, anticipating her appearance in the second elimination. The first 5 horses from each elimination would come back for a second heat. The first colt, or filly, to win 2 heats would be crowned the 1983 Hambletonian champion.
First division.
Action.
Here they come for the first division of the first heat of the Hambletonian. and they're off. Winky's Gill is right out after the early lead, and Speedy Anthony D is hustled up on the outside second. Play Action came away third toward the rail. And it's Last Quick now up with the early leaders, racing fourth. Mr. Drew is a close fifth toward the inside, and Joie de Vie is sixth. Then it's Power Seat trotting seventh. Astro Hill came away racing eighth. Super Spy is now ninth on the outside, with Speedy Claude now 10th. Then it's Brittany Bay racing 11th, and the early trailer is Como Nobel as they move past the quarter in 28 and 4/5 seconds. And now the field moves into the backstretch. It is Winky's Gill with the lead, and Speedy Anthony D is the challenger on the outside, right there second. And it's Play Action now tucked at the rail, racing third by 2. Farther back, it's Last Quick, now fourth, as Mr. Drew moves in the fifth position on the outside. And Mr. Drew's followed by Joie de Vie, and then it's Astro Hill as they continue up the backstretch. And they're past the half mile in 57 and 1. Winky's Gill still with the lead. On the outside, Speedy Anthony D is second by a half length, and Play Action is locked at the rail third. And then it's Mr. Drew. And now Mr. Drew goes 3 wide as they race around the far turn. Mr. Drew is followed by Joie de Vie and Astro Hill as they move to 3/4. Winky's Gill on the rail with the lead. Here's a challenge from Mr. Drew on the outside. They're moving to the top of the stretch. Winky's Gill holds a short lead. Mr. Drew is the challenger right there second as they turn for home. They're at the top of the stretch. It's Winky's Gill fighting off the challenge from Mr. Drew. But here's a challenge from Joie de Vie powering up on the outside. Play Action driving through at the rail. Now third. Astro Hill angles to the outside fourth. They move to the final 16th, and it's now Joie de Vie in front by 2.5 lengths. Astro Hill, his entry mate, is closing ground on the outside. Winky's Gill is faded to third. They're coming to the wire, and Joie de Vie holds on.
Joie de Vie and Astro Hill provide a 1-2 finish for the Howard Beisinger stable in the first elimination. John Campbell was in the sulky behind Joie de Vie, who won in 1:59 over the sloppy track. Betting favorite TV Yankee and Duenna got the most attention as they took to the track for the second elimination. As the field turned behind the gate, the sun began peeking out from behind the clouds. Was this an omen? Was it time for Dancer and his filly to shine?
Second division. Action.
Here they come for the second division of the first heat of the Hambletonian. And they're off. Sherwood Lobel is out fast for the lead, along with Premium Lobel, and Brookside Pride is right there third toward the rail. It's those three across the racetrack, and they're joined by the filly, Duenna, who now races fourth. Desert Knight is fifth on the far outside. And TV Yankee now comes away racing in sixth, as Neville Action takes to the rail seventh. Sea Shanty is moving strongly, now eighth on the far outside. And Yankee Peak is trotting ninth. Shane T. Hanover is 10th, Mike Ron Hanover racing 11th, and then a gap of 6 lengths back to Grand Rapids and Florida Sun, who broke stride. They're at the quarter in 30 seconds flat, and as they continue on the backstretch now, it's Sherwood Lobel with the lead. Brookside Pride is right there second on the inside. Premium Lobel is racing in third position, and then it's Duenna now taking to the outside fourth. Farther back, TV Yankee racing in fifth as the field continues midway up the backstretch. There goes Duenna now, off the rail and with a quick brush at the half mile. Duenna surges to the lead. Brookside Pride is now second at the inside as Sherwood Lobel drops back racing third. Sea Shanty is on the move, but they've got Duenna to catch, and she pulls clear from the field by 3 lengths as they race into the far turn. Brookside Pride is now racing in second. Premium Lobel is third toward the inside. Sea Shanty on the outside is racing in fourth. Duenna in front now by 3.5 lengths as they move to 3/4, and Brookside Pride has gone on a break. Brookside Pride is on a break. Premium Lobel now moves through toward the inside, now racing in second. TV Yankee moves through in between horses, now into third, but they move to the top of the stretch, and it is Duenna in front now by 4. With 1/8 of a mile to go, Duenna shows the way by 4.5 lengths. Stanley Dancer is in the bike. On the outside, TV Yankee is racing second. Premium Lobel toward the rail is third. Neville Action is fourth, but it's going to be Duenna this afternoon. She wins in a romp by 4.5.
Duenna easily wins her elimination with the final time 1:57 3/5. An amazing clocking over the sloppy track. and far faster than the time in the other elimination. But the afternoon's work was far from over for Duenna and Dancer. They still had to win a second heat. And Dancer knew that the others wouldn't let his filly have an easy time of it. But Dancer was beginning to suspect that this was to be a special afternoon for him and his trotter. There was magic in the air.
Heat 2, the Hambletonian.
Let's make some magic. Action.
Here they come for the 1983 Hambletonian, and they're off. And it's Speedy Claude out fast on the outside. And Duenna comes away fast toward the rail, right there now racing second. And Neville Action joins the early leaders on the outside from third. And Joie de Vie is now fourth toward the inside. TV Yankee came away racing in fifth. On the outside, Last Quick is now in sixth. Winky's Gill is seventh. And Astro Hill is now eighth on the outside. Premium Lobel is trotting in ninth, and Sea Shanty is 10th as they race to the quarter. Duenna now is out after the lead. Duenna in front past the quarter in 29-1. Duenna takes the field down the backstretch now, drawing off by 2.5 lengths. Speedy Claude is racing second by 3/4 of a length. On the outside, Neville Action is now racing in third. Joie de Vie is fourth as they continue up the backstretch. TV Yankee follows in fifth position. Winky's Gill moves through on the inside from sixth. And Last Quick is now racing in seventh. Astro Hill is eighth on the outside. Sea Shanty is ninth toward the rail, and Premium Lobel is the traitor. The quarter went at 29-1. The half goes in 58-2. And it's Duenna leading the way. And there goes Joie de Vie now on the outside. Joie de Vie and Duenna, and these two battle it out as they race around the far turn. And Duenna holds the lead by 1.5 lengths now as Joie de Vie backs off slightly, racing in second. On the outside, TV Yankee now is making a big move as they race around the far turn. And Speedy Claude is now fourth toward the inside. Last Quick takes to the outside fifth. Duenna leads the way as they race past 3/4 in 1:27.3. Joie de Vie dropping back slightly toward the inside. On the outside, here comes TV Yankee to challenge for the lead. They're in the stretch. And Duenna, with Stanley Dancer in the bike, leads the way by 2 lengths. Joie de Vie is now second at the inside. TV Yankee is racing in third. Then it's Speedy Claude fourth. Astro Hill is fifth on the outside. And Duenna is all out to hold the lead. A host of others are closing in. Here comes the other filly. Winky's Gill on the outside. They're coming to the wire. And Duenna has won the Hambletonian. Stanley Dancer at the lines. Duenna is the winner.
It's at this point in the movies that the music builds to a crescendo. And the victorious horse returns to the praise and celebration in the winner's circle. Speed, stamina, and grace. On this Hambletonian day, Duenna had it all. On this rare Hambletonian day, life was just a little bit like the movies.